beautiful souls. I wanted to come on and do another video, especially about the Canadian truckers that are in Ottawa right now. I feel like there's just a lot of fear and anger surrounding our brothers and sisters that are there fighting for our rights and our freedoms and protesting against the mandates. Yeah, so I just wanted to pull some cards and let's gain some clarity on that. But I was shuffling before the video and I had this card come up. Actually, it fell out and I thought it was really interesting. Felt like it was kind of significant. It's really kind of encompasses, I think, the energy of what's going on, and for those that are, a part of this protest and part of the convoy, and for those of us that are not physically there but emotionally, right? In this image, you've got this angel here, and he's guided by that light above his head, and he's also holding these swords, right? One's pointed up and one's pointed down. One's causing pain, one is not. And I feel like that's what's going on, right? There's a lot of us that, are holding a lot of pain. And there's some of us that are holding the light, expressing our truth, and some of us aren't. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting. And there's also like this Celtic knot, right, at his higher heart chakra, which is, here in between the heart and the throat. And I kind of feel like there's a knot there in the collective energy, right? Struggling to express what we're going through and, what we want to say. How do we say it? Oh, that's interesting. He's also got these chains on his hands, right? So it's kind of like this angel here is a prisoner, except if you look really closely, I don't know if I can get it in focus, but he's got the keys right there at his waist. So even if we're feeling trapped and we're feeling stuck, we have the keys to move forward and to let go of those chains. Okay. This very dualistic energy here, like you've got right, you've got wrong, good, evil, peace, pain, right? So let's just see what else we get with that card here, with that angel. And how does this relate to, the convoy and the truckers and the protests, and yeah, what else do we need to know with that Eight of Swords? Interesting. The Wisdom card. So this is like the Hermit card. I get that right now there's like, we're some of us are holding back, or staying in the shadows, keeping the shackles on, but we're also gaining wisdom and knowledge, okay, and we're using that to light our way forward. So even though some of us might not be actively participating in the demonstration, in the convoy, I get that doesn't mean that we're not a part of it. Energetically, there's so many of us doing work and holding space and holding the light, and sending love to those that are actually, out and around in Ottawa, as well as, across Canada and the globe, Okay, there's so much more that's going on. Okay, and what else do we need to know? Let's just find out more here. Is there anything else that we need to know with this angel and this wisdom card? Especially pertaining to the convoy in Ottawa. That one. So we've got the Two of Fire. There's mixed energies there, okay? And there's also, there's a lot that's going on social media wise. Like, we're hearing good things, we're also hearing bad things, right? And that's what I get with this card here, okay? And it's like the fires are being stirred in everybody. You know, when you get a group of people together, you get energy that feeds off of it in a good way and also in a bad way. So I get that there's certain people kicking around in that, in the protest, in the mandate demonstration, in the convoy. Some of them are a little more aggressive, okay? And you hear it, you know, within social media as well, but they're not fully a part of the cause. They're just there to kind of steer things in the wrong direction, in a negative light. And then we have those that are, you know, a little more peaceful. They have good intentions. They're, you know, spreading love. They're being peaceful. They're being calm. They're there to try to help change things in a positive direction. So I get that there's really is some, again, like that dualistic nature, right? Like, some people are there for good, some people are there for bad. And I get that we kind of need to just stop, take a step back, and really assess, okay? You know, are the people that are there causing problems, are they the ones that are truly there for the cause? Or are they there just to steer the narrative in a certain direction, to persuade or dissuade people from following, paying attention, trusting, okay? So listen to your inner wisdom and guidance. I also had a couple questions that I wanted to address. So the first one was, why is the narrative being distorted in a negative or harmful way? Like, you know, why are people, why is that the main focus? Because it really, again, it's so dualistic. It's, you know, you see people promoting the love and the good with this, the protest and the convoy. And then you get those naysayers. They see the one thing that's going on and they say, you know, negative and hurtful things about it. And, well, all of you are bad because one person did something that, you know, I didn't like. And really, if you paid attention and looked deeper, you would find out that the rest of the convoy and those that are in the peaceful protest, they don't align with that either. Okay, so why is the narrative being distorted in a negative or harmful way? And especially, particularly with the mainstream media. Okay, so why? Journey. Okay, so it's kind of just the way that the path has to go. There's always going to be the good and the bad. It's part of the narrative of life and of the journey, right? There's good and there's bad. There's light and there's dark. Every hero needs a villain, right? So it just kind of keeps the momentum going. And I also get that the negative aspects they're bad, of course, but I get that they're also there to help those of the light, of love, to try harder, okay, to get their point across, okay, in different ways and in peaceful ways. So it's kind of like the harder some people try to spread the hate or the dark, it's just the more the light's gonna shine, the more positive, loving, compassionate things are gonna rise. You need more unity. So for those of you that are following, the whole journey here, and you may feel sad or feelings of defeat, just know that that's part of the narrative, the story. Okay, that's how things are going to move forward. Don't take it as a setback. Let's take that as a stepping stone to further ourselves on the journey. Okay, and you're just going to have to find more clever and wise ways to get your point across. Okay, and you need to be careful on how you do it. You don't want to be spreading that fear and that hate and that anger. Okay, you want to be peaceful. You want to be an angel. Okay, you don't want to be manipulative. You don't want to be angry or even seductive. Okay, like that's all a form of manipulation. Like, let's just be honest and true, and keep going, keep trucking, pun intended. Okay, so that kind of ties in with my next question, which was, how do we maintain our faith in this cause, in the truckers, in the convoy, in unity, in love, okay, peace? How do we maintain that? How do we maintain our faith? Because it's really, really important. Like, they've made it there. Okay, that was half the battle, but now we need to hold the light. We need to maintain our faith in ourselves, in each other, and for those that are already there. So how do we do that? What's the best way for us to maintain our faith? Four of Pentacles, Four of Earth. I get that it's kind of just like, you just have to hold on and be patient. Okay, patience here. You kind of can't see it very well, but right here, like, he's got a little bit of his battle scars there, right? And he's kind of displaying them proudly. So I get that we just have to have faith, okay? Be patient. And for every harmful, negative thing that comes up, it's part of the journey, okay? Like, we're going to display those battle scars, but we're going to do it with tact, okay? Wisdom. And wisdom is applied knowledge. So you know what? We're going to take everything that we've learned throughout life and through the last 2 years, and we're going to apply it. I feel like there's more to that faith. Okay, so what else do we need to know? How else do we maintain our faith in the cause? Oh, okay. Like, this guy's like kind of like road blocking, right? He's blocking that window, that light. So just understand and know that there's going to be blocks and setbacks, okay? But don't let that hurt, okay? Don't let that stop you from having your faith. okay? And also, like, let's not get caught up in fear with everything that's resulting from our brothers and sisters that have driven across Canada, even those coming from the States, okay? We will still have supplies. You may not have all of the selection and variety, so let's not panic with, the things that aren't there. Okay, let's focus on why those things aren't there, right? There's a reason and there's a cause, so let's continue to support that and not panic about certain supplies dwindling. Okay, there will always be enough. Even at the start of the pandemic, there was always enough for everybody to eat and to carry on. As a retail worker, I can confirm that there's going to be enough. It's okay. All right. And I've been there throughout the entire thing. So I know how bad it was 2 years ago. And I know the state that we're in right now. It's nowhere near what it was when people were hoarding and panicking. So don't do that. Take what you need and share the rest. Okay. So for those of us that aren't physically in Ottawa right now, like, we need to do our part to help each other out. Let's not be greedy, and let's, not worry about any of the lack. There's always enough. Okay. I was going to pull another one for how to maintain our faith. So how else do we maintain our faith in the cause, in our brothers and sisters that are in Ottawa, and for everyone across the world? Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, one of fire, which is really cool because I actually pulled this card earlier I think I was watching another video about Canada and the Convoy. Okay, so one of fire, passion. Keep your passion, keep your faith. Okay, we've got that egg here at the bottom, a new beginnings. Okay, but also you have to nurture it. And you've got a spider right there in the middle of that egg. So spiders are like a sign of the divine God, okay, but also creation. So really, we've got the passion and the power of creation. We have to nurture that, okay? Whatever it is that you want, you're going to get. You guys have to realize just how powerful we as humanity, human beings are. Like, we're very powerful, okay? So, to maintain your faith, you got to keep building on that fire, okay? Keep that passion burning. Two of Swords, that's a difficult one to see there. Be mindful of the dualistic nature, okay? Really, life is not black and white. It's varying shades in between, okay? That's interesting. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but here at the bottom you've got these scales. Okay, so you need balance. Stay balanced. Don't get too high, don't get too low. Balance. Okay, same with when people are coming at you with their daggers. Okay, like literally with their daggers. Like, it's gonna hurt, of course, but stay balanced. Okay, you're right. Thank you. And walk away. Everyone is on their own. Everyone's on their own journey, okay? And you can't force your views on others. Like, that really goes against the whole thing of what we're doing here, which is select individuals, people of power are imposing their views on us. And that's kind of why we have our brothers and sisters that have driven across Canada and the States to protest against this, okay? It's one thing to offer advice, suggestions, but to force yourself on another, that's bad. We all know that's bad, right? Oh, okay. There's something else too. So we've got all of this light here coming from his heart to his throat. Okay. For those of you that understand energy in your chakra system, you may also notice my flags up here, chakras. We have to stay in the upper realms, okay? Not solely in the upper realms. Like, you do need to stay grounded. That's important, right? Stay in the present. But if you're going to be expressing yourself, you need to stay in your heart, okay? We have to express ourselves through love, okay? With love, with compassion, especially for everyone that is, roadblocking in whatever way, whether that's, emotionally or physically. Like, stay peaceful, okay? And be in your heart space, especially when you are communicating. That means staying neutral, staying balanced, not losing your temper, okay? Not, being manipulative and angry and hateful. Like, we Canadians are notorious for being polite. So let's show the world how we do that, okay? Because everyone's watching. So let's stay peaceful and stay balanced. This guy's also like in prayer position here with his hands. So it may be beneficial for some of you, all of you. Take a minute and just stay centered here in your heart, okay? Even if that is just like one deep cleansing breath, like someone's coming at you. Okay, you're right. Thank you. And move on, walk away. Okay. Part of that journey is people coming at you with those roadblocks and that hate. They will bait you. Do not take the bait. Sorry, I'm trying to find like a balance between looking in my camera and straight ahead. I'm not used to doing videos with my face. So the other card that I pulled, because I had pulled 3 here. The other card that I pulled for how do we maintain our faith? Union. Okay. Stay in union with ourselves. Okay. What we believe in, what are our morals, our values. Okay. We're going to be tested right now. Now's the waiting game. Okay. And we're going to be tested. So don't lose your faith. Remember what we're doing this for. Okay. So remember your values and your morals and stay connected to those, but also like physical union with our brothers and sisters and each other and everyone else across the world that's watching. Okay? Union. Like there's a lot of love in this card if you can see it. Let me see. Like those faces up top. This woman here, individual who is all lit up, like if you look, all of her chakras, okay, so she is aligned. She's also very deeply grounded. It's really important that we stay focused on our task, our day-to-day lives, our family, our current jobs, okay, because we're all pieces of that puzzle and we have to work together and support each other. Okay, that's, a function of a tree. That's kind of what she looks like, is a tree. So support, stable, grounded, staying in the present moment, okay? So that is how we maintain our faith. Oh, and I had one more question. Yeah, why is there so much fear around this whole convoy? Now I know that there's a tremendous amount of love, but the little snippets of fear that I see, they're potent. Potent little daggers. Like in this one here. Like, and when I see it, it hurts. Even though it's not directed at me as an empath, like I feel that. That's painful. We don't need that. We're all in this together, okay? And we all have our different views, right? Left, right, good, bad, pro, against. But we have to work together. We have to stay in union. Like, not everyone can be the same. That would make our journey very boring, right? So yeah, why is there so much fear from everything, right? I'm hearing even from like different provinces and governments, like they're trying to cut down on the union, right? And even if you've noticed from like the beginning of the pandemic, what was like the major thing that happened is they cut away everyone's union, right? Don't go and visit. You're going to spread illness, stay in isolation, and don't go out. And I get it. Like I pulled cards before. It was I'm going to pull that one out. Talk about that in a second. Yeah, it was for health reasons. Like, of course, like if you're sick, just common sense, stay home, right? But that was not the way the world worked, right? Even for where I work, if you're not in the hospital, you come in, you try. We're going to work together and help you out. Like if I know someone's not feeling well, I'm going to help you out. Maybe I'll bust my butt a little bit harder so that you can take it easy because I know you're not at your best. But it's not a smart thing to do, because when you're sick, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, and you're around other people, it's contagious. So I've gone on a rant and I've like completely just whoosh, that was channeled and I just lost it. Yeah. Oh, so this mother card like flipped over. And I feel like I have to, like I couldn't put it back in. So mother, okay? Nurturing, supporting. And this is like representative of the Empress card. So for those of you that know tarot, Empress is usually depicted as a woman that's pregnant, which she's got her little pregnant belly there. So it's also nurturing new beginnings, okay? Okay. And that's why there's so much fear, because there's so many people that are afraid of what is not here yet, of what is to come, okay? Union is really terrifying for so many people. Having to rely on others, having to work together, a lot of us don't know how. We've never been in situations where we needed to, like we've been so used to having to do everything on our own. And the way the world is going, it's changing. Like it's gonna be more loving and nurturing and compassionate. And to be honest, that's not conducive to the financial system, right? Yeah. So yeah, that's part of why there's so much fear, is because they don't know what's coming. This is uncharted territory, right? It's not going to happen overnight. I've got this tortoise here, okay? It's going to take some time. So everyone's got to be patient, and there will be like that transition, right, into this new way, this new earth, new world. Yeah. So that's why I feel that there's a lot of fear. It's the fear of the unknown. That's natural. Let's just pull one more. Like, let's just finalize this whole story message that we've got going on here. Yeah, what does everyone need to know right now? What does everyone need to know? Yeah, you. Knowledge, okay? This is going to be absolutely critical, especially for the naysayers, especially for those that are not naysayers. Like, we need to educate ourselves on our rights, our freedoms, how the medical system works, okay? I am also a retired nurse. I don't know everything, but something that's been coming to the forefront for me is our right to refuse medical procedures, okay? We have a right to refuse as long as you understand the procedure, and if you can prove your reasons are not valid, but you can't just say no. I mean, yes, you can say no. We can always say no. So, like, my reason for against certain things is it hasn't been tested long enough. Okay, I also have basic knowledge of pharmaceuticals and the procedures that they go through. So I learned that in my pharmacology class, which is all new medications, they have to be tested for a minimum of 7 years, I believe it is in Canada. The reason being is to test for the long-term effects, okay? That reason is why I say no. It hasn't been tested long enough. Not everybody knows that. Not everybody has that level of knowledge. So for those of you that don't know, in your country, I strongly suggest that you look up the procedures for new medications and the testing and the length of testing, okay? So just throwing this out there, if an illness pops up, let's just say hypothetical reasons, it comes in December of 2019, and immediately we get medications and vaccinations, whatever, to help against this illness, and that starts immediately, okay? The soonest, earliest that we should see that medication on the market being prescribed and given to the general public should, in theory, be no sooner than December 2026. So, ask questions, increase your knowledge, okay? And then apply that knowledge. That becomes wisdom. So ask questions. What is the protocol for new medication? How has it been legal to administer a new medication before the testing period is up? Right? Know your current laws, your rights, your freedoms, and just educate yourself, okay? Even on the political system, I hear that too. Everyone's going after the leaders, and allegedly that's not how the political system works. It's a broader, I don't know, spectrum or something. So maybe we need to increase our knowledge on how the political system in our countries, our areas work. And maybe we need to reevaluate that. It's food for thought. Yeah. Okay. Knowledge is power. We've all heard that saying before. Knowledge is power. So, yeah. Educate yourself on anything, everything. Okay. And not just Google, YouTube. And, no, that would not YouTube, but yes, YouTube. Wikipedia. That's the other one. Okay. Know your sources. Where is the information coming from? Where are the results of the testing coming from? That was the other thing I learned in pharmacology, is be mindful of the sources that you're using. So if you're trying to find information on a specific, let's say, medication, you don't want to go to the creator of that medication's website for information on that medication. Why? Because the opinion is biased. You need to go to a different source. Peer-reviewed journals. I know those aren't always easy to access, right? So you may have to go to a library. You may actually have to go out of your home to find more knowledge, but also speaking to other people. That's not the end-all be-all of knowledge, but it could get the ball rolling for things for you to look into. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was interesting, fun. Yeah. Thank you for being here. And if no one said it to you today, I love you. Much love. Bye.